Looking for cheap Madden 22 Ultimate Team coins? IG Vault has the cheapest and most reliable coins on the marketplace. Use coupon code SPORTSGAMERS for 6% off your order.
This video is going to instantly improve your defense in Madden 22. What's up, guys? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and this Madden 22 tip video, I'm going to break down something that's drastically going to improve your defense in Madden 22. No matter what level of player you are or what game mode you play, this is a simple tip that anybody can utilize. Now, one of the biggest problems right now with Madden 22 on defense is pass coverage. A lot of the coverages out there just do not work. It's very hard to guard certain round combos. And before I show you guys the tip, I kind of just want to explain what I'm talking about. Now, before we get too much further in the video, guys, if you're enjoying my free YouTube content, we do tips and gameplays on a daily basis every week, all year long. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop us a like. It really does help us out as content creators be able to continue to do this stuff for you guys. And also, if you're looking to get better at Madden 22, make sure you check out sportsgamers.com. That's where I post all my premium tips, ebooks, offensive and defensive schemes, everything you guys need to get better at the game. Now, guys, I just want to quickly look at a few different coverages to show you exactly what I mean. We're going to be in cover 2, and one of the zones that's really exploitable this year is any sort of flat. Whether it's a cloud flat, hard flat, or even like a purple seam flat, doesn't really matter. They just don't cover anything. You can literally, as you guys are going to see here, this is just a cover 2 cloud flat. You can just throw to the flats, and they don't react, and they give up free yards. But the bad thing about this is they don't even cover corner routes either. So we could, it doesn't matter the formation either. We could just pick whatever, another formation. And you guys are going to notice that, yes, we could just quickly throw to the flat as we did before. However, we could also just roll out, or not even roll out, but, just basically be more patient and wait for the corner route to just run right behind the cloud flat. Now, the worst part about this is you guys, I want to look at the replay really quick here. They not only get ran by, but see how they get sucked to the inside? See, instead of having the cloud flat should continue to go to the sideline, you can see number 2 here. He kind of just drifts too far in. He doesn't get wide enough, and he doesn't get enough depth. So this corner route just runs right by him. Meanwhile, the safety deep halves are horrible. Look at what they're doing. They're not. They're basically they're just not playing the way they should. Meanwhile, though, look, just as I said, he doesn't guard the corner out, and he doesn't guard the flat either. So you're kind of in no man's land. They're pretty much useless. Now you might say, well, what about just like a cover 3? Well, a cover 3, that's not going to make any sort of difference. We'll just pick cover 3 sky. This is going to be a purple. And you're going to notice the exact same problem. So again, same setup on offense. I'm just running something simple. Z-spot go, right? Watch. You could throw the flat right away. It's not going to guard it. You have free yardage. We almost, could do this twice. We could do this once or twice, have a first down. Meanwhile, we could still throw the corner out behind it. Just, again, looking at the replay, you're going to see what I mean. These purple zones, they kind of just don't guard anything either. They're just in no man's land. So they don't respect the flat, but yet they don't get deep enough to guard the corner out. So because of this, it makes playing zone coverage super difficult because you really, really, really are in a bad situation to where you're not guarding anything with a lot of these zones. They don't guard anything. And we're not even going to talk about how deep halves in cover 2 are just the glitchiest, stupidest zone I've ever seen. So what can we do about this? Well, let me go ahead and call timeout and show you the way you're going to want to adjust this. First of all, when I play defense, the coaching adjustments are a must. We have auto flip on. Then you have got to set zone drops for your flats. It's just no way you can't. So what I recommend doing is putting curl flats on 5 to guard your flats, and your zone drops for your deeper sideline stuff on 20, 25. I'm gonna go ahead and do 25. Now this is similar to what we did last year, and you're definitely gonna notice this is gonna make a gigantic a gigantic difference. So if I go ahead, we're just gonna take the delay of game here, so we don't have to rush this. But if I go ahead, and first of all, I would not recommend calling cover 2 stock ever right now in this year's game because, like I said, the safety zones are they're absolutely horrific right now. They can get abused in so many different ways. I would call a base cover 3. That's what I'd recommend doing. We could pick our favorite defense from last year, Mike Blitz 3, even if you want. It doesn't really matter. Let's just pick any cover 3. So what I'm going to recommend doing is we're going to go ahead and press. We're going to shade underneath to give ourselves the hard flats. Now you can shade up if you'd rather. It doesn't really matter because any sort of blue flat is going to play a 25. Then what I'm going to recommend doing past that is if you want your defenders to guard the actual quick flat, go ahead and put them in a curl flat, the purple, and then we can rush either 3 or 4. And you can do that on both sides. This is something that I did a lot last year, that a lot of players did last year too. It's just called double Mabel. And now, as you guys can see here, you're not going to be able to throw that quick flat. That defender's going to be there to react right away. Maybe you can pick up a yard or 2 as we did there, but he's not going to get anything significant, and it definitely could get picked off, and that's going to be the same on both sides of the field. The other thing that you're going to notice is that these defenders right here that are supposed to be guarding deeper, they're actually going to get better depth, and they're not just going to let the corner routes run right behind them. Now, one thing I will say is sometimes those flats still can get sucked into the middle of the field, so this is another big tip. That I want to focus on is if your zones are getting sucked into the middle of the field, the best thing that I like to do about that is I like to baseline them because then they just get it outside a little bit easier. Now, it's not ideal to have to baseline every single play, but because of the way the zones are getting sucked in the middle of the field at the beginning of the year, I feel like it's important to do so because now you guys can see that defender, he's not getting just completely sucked into the middle. He's actually guarding the route much better, which then in turn allows my other DB to kind of almost sandwich the route, double team it. If you take a look at the replay, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. See how the coverage is so much better? Let's take a look at this. Again, you can't just throw it quickly into the flat because we're right there. And also, notice how instead of getting sucked into the middle field like he was earlier, he's actually turning and running to the sideline. So he's playing that. Then, this deep zone guy, he's in the area. He's not really, covering it. He's kind of in between the streak and the corner. He could play almost either. But because number 24 was in the area, see how that forced the throw to be overthrown? He kind of just lead it to the sideline because 24 was there. And at this point, that's an easy click-on interception for our safety, or our outside corner, in the third. So, at the end of the day, guys, the deal is right now, if you're playing the game, you have got, it is an absolute must. You have got to go ahead and turn your zone drops on for your flat defenders. You're not going to be able to play defense without your zone drops on for flat defenders. It's just not going to work. And then also, in order to keep your defenders from being sucked into the middle of the field, you need to go ahead and utilize baseline. Now, I know it's not ideal to have to baseline every play, like I said, but it will definitely serve you well. You're not going to just get guys rolling out, throwing corners behind your head every single time. So this one tip will help you guys out a lot defensively right now because this is the type of stuff a lot of people are trying to abuse. If this tip helped you out, make sure to drop us a like. We're going to be doing these types of videos all year long. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.